Alright, well, put some gas in 74. I ain't done the alignment on the front end yet, but I mean, it's that front tire's towed in a little bit, but it's going to have to be what it's going to be. I just want to take it up the road. These turbos are still smoking. I don't know if it's from where the oil was in them from before or what, but they're still, I got massive drain back. I've got restricted down to 37 thousandths oil feed. So it shouldn't be doing that. Now I do got a lot of oil pressure, but even still it shouldn't be doing that. It's still smoking. So I don't know if I'm gonna have to get different turbos, because the seals don't go bad. They're brand new. The seals don't go bad unless the journal bearings has gone bad. Then the oil leak past the seals. Either that or this evac system that I got. I don't think the evac's working that well, which means the crankcase can't ventilate, which means the oil can't drain back to the pan. But I got the same kind of deal on Colton's S10 and it works fine. So I don't know, but I'm gonna take this up the road. I'm gonna cruise it around a little bit, put a little light load on it here and there, help seat them rings, and then roll into it. I built this 750 for it. I milled the choke off and all that stuff, and the only reason I milled the choke off on this is because I can change the high and low air bleeds. If you can't change the high and low air bleeds like on a standard Holley, don't cut the tower off, because it changes the whole flow. If you look at the, I'll go back and show you, if you look at the regular Holley, they are already set up to work with that tower. So if you cut the tower off and you don't open up or reduce the air bleeds, see how much bigger they are than that, right here and right here. They're already set up to work with that tower. So if you cut the tower off a standard Holley and you don't mess with them, sometimes, not all the time, I've cut tower off some and been fine, but sometimes you run into a mixture issue and you end up chasing that problem. But I cut the tower off this, and I filmed the whole thing, but I ain't never put it up because y'all don't want to see me build yet another carburetor. But nothing too trick. Vent tube extensions, towers cut off. This is a 750 instead of the 850. This is down leg booster instead of annular booster. The annular booster worked pretty good. I'm gonna try a down leg booster. 9-pound springs in it right now. I'm gonna go up later, but for right now, 9-pound springs. I got 9 degrees coming out, 9 degrees of timing coming out at 3200. I might need to turn that up. We'll see. But yeah. Primary jet is a 74, secondary jet is a 84, and I'm able to get away with a little bit smaller jet because of the vent tube extensions. They enriching that thing up big time. Then I'm gonna take up the road, cruise it around a little bit, put a little load on it, see how the new suspension feels, see how the cow tracks stuff feel. I'm gonna do it real gradual, so it won't hurt nothing. Shouldn't hurt nothing, but that's a fresh motor. All right, here we go. Take it up the road. Oh, that's it. Chevy. My mirror kept breaking and falling off, so I put one out of 57, bolted it up there. I'm gonna go shakedown, do a little long street dyno on the Nova for the first time in a while, so sounding good. Here we go. Put a little load on her, take it easy for a little while, and get her street worthy again. Sounding good. You would think I would learn the lesson with Colton's when I run too thin of a wall push rod and bit them on Colton's, but I crushed 2 push rods.
We hope.
No, that's what it did.
Come back and run my finger down in there and check to see if it got any water in the oil. And I was like, he said, yeah, probably will run in valve again. Like,
I didn't want to tell
like,
Dad.
what the fuck is it fucking moving? He was like, I didn't want to tell you, it sounded funny. I was like, come on, man. I was like, just the valve and some bitches on.
Yeah, it's probably a couple on this side too, because you can hear it.
He's like, yeah, it sounded a little funny. I pulled up and he said,
That first ramming
he
it.
said the first mash it made it sound a little funny. I was like, no, why don't you do it again? He was like, just to see you.
But yeah, it mangled them push rods pretty good. They're not the correct wall thickness for 420-pound springs, open pressure, and that much lift. They're just not.
You can't hide shit like that.
Because he fussed at Colton. Colton did that for buying cheap push rods. They're hard push rods now. They're thin push rods. Yeah.
Reach down though. Got
you. Yeah. Probably gonna pull the intake off. Hey, what'd I say? I said it sounded like an exhaust valve. Look, it's an exhaust valve. Yeah, but it was only at 9 pounds of boost. Done good. I'm pulling too much timing. I got it at 34 and it's pulling 9 at 3100 or 3200 RPM, and it's pulling too much timing. But it runs good. Might be a little warm.
It's fucking hot.
That's why I was gonna let it cool off before I messed with it.
I had to see. Once I stuck my finger in there. I just fingered the wrong valve car. I should have fingered that in over there, probably wouldn't have felt nothing. Where are you tonight?
But that's why I put them 7/16
Why did
studs
you leave
in.
me here all alone? Ah, God dang. Let's see what this little straight something. Come on now. I don't think it's straight.
It's stuck up to hear that noise.
Yeah, that's fine.
Alright, so I got 2 push rods over there and everything over here is fine. I went ahead and pulled the plug. Look at the plug. The new carb is far superior to the other one. Much better. The jetting for cruising along is a little fat, but the wide open is real nice. Timing's a little low. There ain't no speckles or black or nothing, so no detonation. Good. That right there is just plumb no bueno. It's no bueno at all. Catastrophic failure of push rods killed my lifters. But I got another set. So folks, what you always do is run thick wall push rods with heavy duty valve springs. These ain't stock push rods, but they ain't no 80 wall thickness.
Yeah. Had a few big pieces of lifters. It broke the lifters and some bunch of shit. All this right here.
Had to fish it out of the
You done showed all this?
no.
It broke the lifters, busted them, bit the shit out of push rods, but see all those little pieces right there, all that went down in the pan, but it smashed hell out of the damn roller lifters. So anyway, so we had to pull the pan off of it to get it out. We tried to fish them out of the hole and had them, but he couldn't get them out of the hole. So.
Yeah, hole's too small.
So nice. So we hooked up a cherry picker and jacked that bitch up and pulled the pan off it. We drained the oil because we're gonna try to get it that way, and then it didn't work out. So we went in and he wanted to pull the pan off, so I pulled the pan off.
There would have been no way.
We got the shit out, so just repeat steps 1 through 5 now and go back the other way, I guess. He's gonna put some real mean push rods in it, and that won't happen no more because these are thin wall and it smashed shit out of them. So
yeah. You can see, it ain't very thick.
yeah, they're not the thickest in the world. So he'll get some like Colton got, I guess, and put in it. So.
Yep, 100 buku.
$100 each. So anyway, that's just part of it.
So
Straight dyno one again.
it ran pretty good for 7 cylinders.
I was gonna yank the motor out of bad penny today.
Yeah, we're doing that tomorrow.
Really was. Might do it tomorrow. I don't know.
We'll do it tomorrow. I can't do nothing.
I didn't want to tear bad penny down because I might have to pull this one back up out the front road, do a major overhaul. I was gonna have to pull her out. Don't have to, so anyway.
Will we ever learn?
Never back down, never quit. You gotta earn your stripes in this motherfucker.
All right, pan's back on, motor's back in. So I'll order some push rods and I'll mess with the 57 tomorrow. Because this is, it was good while it lasted. Not bad for 7 cylinders.
Shit happens.
All right, well, that's a wrap. All right, well, the front end is off and this is fixing to happen. Yep. It almost feels wrong.
Yep, it is wrong.
Well, you want to leave it alone then? We could just put the automatic behind it.
Fuck automatic.
The reason we put this off and put this off because this motor is so good and this combination has been in this car since a long time. It's just everything on this car has been that way since we built it the first time and it's kind of just stayed. Yeah. I don't think it's so much the big block as it is going to automatic. That's what Dad don't like.
To be honest, you ain't got nothing, you can't run nothing else. So.
That's true. All right, I'm gonna grab Makita and start busting stuff off here. All right, radiator, water pump, alternator, headers, plugs. They're still not excited.
It's like cutting your tits off your girlfriend.
Yeah, but what if you're putting a bigger set on?
Just wait and see if they work.
Yeah. See if they're still fun to play with.
See if it's still the same titty.
Yeah, see this? Oh, hump heads. These are 292 with the humps on them. They call them turbo heads.
Real shit.
Yeah. That's a real 350 block.
That's no raise runner bullshit.
No, that's legit.
Real stuff. Real stuff right there.
Cast iron, not aluminum. Old iron heads.
Them old plugs I've told you for years.
Yeah. That Dad's got like 8 or 9 years on these plugs.
Look them up and see when they were retired.
They quit making this plug probably 4 years ago.
Yeah, so I told everybody we used plugs 4 or 5 years. I was like, nah.
Yeah. They even made fun of you for using plugs for that long.
Yeah, they did. You gotta make fun of something. I guess the worst thing about this is it's like all this shit we made, and it's like a special time we did all this shit. It's like you're fucking it up by touching it. You know, it's like going in a tomb.
Well, it's a time capsule.
I know that. I mean, it's just like going in King Tut's tomb and digging around. It ain't like that. It's just, I don't know. I love my damn car. Everything we did on it, it's special times.
Yeah, and the way we did everything, it was just, it's a lot like we do now, but this was an even...
Forward, it's a good thing it'll be faster, but it just bothers me.
It bothers him now, that first trip up a road.
Yeah, go up, make a pass and run where the fuck, we'll see.
And if it don't, we'll stick it back in there.
I'm just anxious to see if all this big block, and all this stuff, they're so hard to put in here, and they're so this, and so that, we'll see.
They're hard for people that have a pristine 57 Chevy with a front end and all on it. This is...
we'll see. We'll still have to make some shit for it, though.
Oh, yeah.
The reason I run this so bitch right here is because these motherfuckers here will never fucking die. They never quit. You can find one that's been laid in the mud for 10 goddamn years and put it on there and it'll run.
Mine's been on my car since the beginning.
Yeah, those right there is dependable. So
they are awesome.
I put that on there for dependability because they are badass.
And you can find them at a swap meet for like 10 bucks.
Mm-hmm. I've never seen one that don't work. Unless it's just totally busted.
Yeah.
And the oil's out, but they'll work. So.
All right, so we had to... thought our cherry picker was dying on us. We had to pick it up all the way, extend it, and fill it up with fluid. Yeah.
It ain't never leaked no fluid, but it didn't run none of it. So
yeah.
Figure that shit.
But there is heart and soul, old Bad Penny.
Yeah.
All right, she is officially out of there. There you go.
Dee-dee.
The munchkin.
The way you see the clutch disc, high dollar.
Yeah.
Nothing but the best shit for this stuff.
Tell them what you blew up. Yeah, I bought a big $500-600 haze. Thing made like 3 passes, disintegrated. That's where them scratches and shit come toward all the hell at Bristol. Then we upgraded. Bought us a real disc. $30 D606. Yep, D606, $30. Never had it come apart. It's cool. When it pulled in 1 foot wheelies at Greer, D606. D306, 606, D606. Right there, I'm fresh, coming out. I'm going to show you. See where it's tore all the shit where it blowed up and disintegrated in there? Yeah. There you go. D606. Yeah, right. $35
at AutoZone.
AutoZone, More O'Reilly, they got them. That one's been in there, it's pulled wheelies, and you still see it. Tough some bitch.
It's the only one we can get to survive. Not a Ram, not a Haze.
75 horsepower with no issues.
All day.
Yeah, it gets 3600 LBS.
Yeah.
That's no BS, that's LBS.
Yeah, at least for first and second gear.
Yeah. Brad Kepner got in the Hot Rod Hall of Fame, Drag Racing Hall of Fame. Ain't that cool?
Yeah, he deserves it.
He deserves it. He's a walking piece of history, man. He's a super guy. And it's just an honor to have him call me to the line a few times, and I'll never forget it.
Not to mention, come talk to us like regular.
Yeah, he come over and talk to us like we was plain old people, and he's just a good feller and a damn good dude, and he deserves it. Hats off to him. God bless you. Bless you, Brett Kepner. Yeah,
He is the man.
you are the man. You ever get a chance to meet him, go meet him. Hell of a guy.
He's fun.
He is. He's a damn cool dude. He is a cool ass dude, bar none. Knows more about racing than anybody I've ever seen in my life, and that's the damn truth.
All right, everything's off. Take a flywheel off and pull that plate for the scatter shield, and we'll put it on the little rolly stand. All right. Motor's out, we put it on our little roll stand, and she's, as Dad said, nestled safely under the tree. Like, could you folks imagine if we had a shop? All this stuff looks like we got crowded in here.
Oh,
it would be nothing.
We don't have nothing, but we gotta get us a shop.
Yeah, we're gonna try. It bolts in these holes, and then you got to drill 2 in the front to bolt down to. And these move the big block forward 1 inch or 2 inches, something like that, 1.5, something like that. So it clears firewall. You ain't got to cut your firewall up. Get to grinding and fitting. No, that was my knocker.
What was that?
My punch.
Oh. There you go. 2 holes.
Woo, yeah.
Work it.
Get off in there.
That about lines up in 2 holes.
Yeah, that should. It's supposed to. Come with bolts and all. Drill this hole and grind
How you gonna get to the bolt so you can get this side over here easy?
Right there.
Is there a hole in there?
Yeah, well, a big opening.
Stick your finger in it?
Yeah.
Stick your finger in it.
I'm fingering it right now.
Oh, yeah. Doing work.
I finger it, you feel it.
Doing work, yeah. Which one of us is pervert?
I take them loose, but Dad was just saying these have never ever been out of this car.
Yeah, you take the bolts out that have not been out since 1957. Them dudes put it together on an assembly line.
Yeah.
That is pretty cool, I think.
Yeah. Big block out of the corner on this piece of wood here.
Rub that bitch out.
Yeah, it's heavy, a small block. But it's out, and it's right here in front, and these are the motor mount deal. That's how that works.
Pretty cool with him out in there. If it worked good, we'll be all right.
Yeah, because we're going to test fit it then pull it back out, and then hook the trans and stuff up, and then go in for one final. Once we know that the motor mounts are going to be good, because I got to test fit it, then drill them holes. These, there's this place that sells them. They're like 125 bucks, but if you go on eBay and you search for 57 mounts, there's a guy that's got them for 60 bucks. You save yourself 60 bucks and buy them like that.
Just hold on before you order your set.
Yeah, but still.
Let us run them through research and development.
R&D.
Yeah, we'll run them through research. That way y'all don't spend money you don't have to. And if they work good, we'll give a big hell yeah. If it don't, we'll be like packing shit.
Yep, exactly. She's sitting right above. Got to go down with a little bit. And yeah, I say we'll mark the holes.
That motherfucker's gonna clear everything. Look at that.
Because of having the
Look at that.
pulling it up that way. It's going to set back just a little bit more.
Well, none of that, but shit. Probably have to delete these shifter arms right here.
All right, there it is.
It's in.
The test fit.
Yep. It's on the motor mount, so.
So I'm going to put some marks on that, and then we'll pull it out and drill and put some bolts in, and I'll leave them loose. When we put it back in, we'll tighten it up. And
those mounts are awesome as hell. 2 inches forward, it cleared everything, man.
we was able to put it in with the valve covers on.
Yeah, valve covers on, never took them off. Set it right in there. Distributor should be good.
Probably have to do a different throttle.
Yeah, I have to change the throttle probably.
But you was going to do that anyhow.
So there you go, these boom mounts work, dude. There you go, wasn't too bad.
That's cool.
It didn't seem as bad as I thought. I thought it'd be a nightmare, but it wasn't.
No.
I guess we've done a lot of them. Not those, but.
And the clearance and stuff for the oil pan and all that. And
Yeah, the pan cleared good. Look at that. The thing's got a big old pan on it. I didn't think that'd clear, but low them $2. Huh? It's in there, ain't it?
I can't believe it. We put that thing together like a year ago and fired it up.
Yeah. It filled that hole up pretty good, but all the rest of the shit will probably go back where it was. It's not as bad as I thought. It's pretty big, though.
He sounds a little more pep now, don't he? A little bit more excited.
I mean, hell, it's in there, ain't it? That's all you do now.
And it looks nice and centered, too.
Yeah, good. Those are good mounts.
Yeah, whoever engineered them, thumbs
Yeah,
up.
so if you didn't want to put big block to 57, that's what it did right there.
Yeah.
We just did it and it wasn't that bad at all.
All right, it's about to be dark on us. We got about 10 minutes, 15 minutes of what little bit of light we got left. So.
Grills it good right there.
All right, we'll pull it back out. I'm gonna drill some holes and bolt these motor mounts down, and we're gonna set it down on the ground, and she'll sit there till Saturday. Put the flex plate on it, put the converter and the trans, bolt the trans up, because we got to make a cross member for the transmission.
Yeah.
So we'll get all that thrown in there and jack it up where the motor's good and level with this on the ground, and then we'll check the drive shaft angle, check the motor and all that, and make the cross member. We're gonna call it right there. Yep. Probably stick a front end back on and finish up Saturday.